What's up guys, Captain Arya from the Esports Club here with some pretty awesome news. Now as you probably know, we've been running the WD Black TEC League for Rainbow Six Siege powered by LG Ultragear for the past few months. As we come into August with our final season of the league, we wanted to celebrate with you guys who have made this an amazing experience and an extremely successful esports event. We've teamed up with some of our favorite partners to give away an entire esports PC for one lucky viewer. Yes, one of you is going to take home a complete PC featuring some of these awesome parts. First up, we've got the LG Ultragear 27GL 650F gaming monitor, 27-inch, 144Hz, 1ms with an IPS panel to make sure you're at the top of your esports game without sacrificing picture quality. Then we've got an amazing lineup of accessories coming in from HyperX to make sure that you're always on top of your game. Cloud Stinger Core gaming headset. For the keyboard, you've got the awesome HyperX Alloy FPS RGB mechanical keyboard. Then your mouse is the HyperX Pulsefire Surge. It's got a brilliant RGB all around the mouse. For the mousepad, you've got the HyperX Fury S. That is the speed edition of the extended mousepad. And then of course for your memory, you've got the HyperX Fury RGB RAM. You've got 16 gigs at 3400 megahertz. Next up, we've got the WD Blue SN550 NVMe SSD to make sure you're spending as little time loading and booting up and spend more time gaming. And then of course, at the heart of this PC is the Ryzen 5 3600X CPU. Now, as you know it, at the heart of every gaming PC is a great GPU. So we've teamed up with Zotac Gaming to give you a brand new RTX 2060 because frames win games and there should be nothing between you and top of the line performance. Next up, we've teamed up with NZXT, who make some of the best and most premium PC components on the market. Powering your PC is going to be the C850 fully modular power supply, and your cooling solutions are going to be taken care of the Kraken X63 all-in-one liquid cooler. Now we wanted to make this PC something truly special, and while the NZXT H510 Elite is a great cabinet for anyone, it wasn't enough. We teamed up with NZXT to give the winner of this giveaway a brand new NZXT H510 Siege Edition cabinet. This is a limited edition licensed Rainbow Six Siege themed cabinet from NZXT. There are only 500 of these in the world and just a handful coming to India. The side panels of this cabinet are themed in the wall and door reinforcement designs from Rainbow Six Siege, and there is an illuminated 6 icon on the front panel along with a 6 icon charm and a puck in the signature breach charge design, which is only available with the H510 Siege. And one lucky winner on this giveaway is going to get a full esports PC sitting inside this beautiful cabinet. Now that you know everything that there is in the giveaway, the question is how you can take part. Well, it's fairly simple. First, head on to the link in the description of this video. Once you're at the giveaway landing page, fill out your details and follow the instructions. First, head on over to Facebook, make sure you're following us. 2, make sure you're following the Esports Club on Instagram. And 3, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Simple so far. Now the interesting part. In a 1-minute video on Instagram, tell us why you deserve this epic new PC from the Esports Club and all our partners. Make sure you follow the instructions carefully, use the right hashtags, tag the right accounts, and you can be one step closer to winning this epic setup. Now that's it guys, just a little bit of work and you can be one step closer to getting yourself your dream PC. I'm Captain Arya and this is the Esports Club, and we hope to see you in our next tournament.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WWE Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear, in association with the Fibernet Zotac Gaming and Games The Shop. I'm your host, Blackjack. Joining me is my co-host and analyst, Baba Gusta, and our admin, Mr. Reborn, as we are here for the beginning of the end for Division 2. That is right, the week to finish off the WD Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege is continuing, and Division 2 is next on the chopping block as we are on day 5, one day before Div 2 ends its run here in the league itself. But before we get into the final days of the division, a quick reminder to all of our viewers to check out the socials of the Esports Club on Facebook and Instagram for the giveaway of a limited edition Rainbow Six Siege PC with a Siege-themed PC cabinet by NZXT. A very good one, might I add. And there's only 500 of these across the world. So if you want to have a chance of winning one of these for yourselves, check out the Esports Club on Instagram and Facebook, and the link down in the description below for details on how to enter yourselves into this giveaway. With all of that being said, it is Vector Sports versus Havocs, the game of polar opposites, because VS currently stands on the very top of Division 2's leaderboard, 4 wins and no losses, undefeated so far, while Havocs only have 1 win and 4 losses. Can they change that today? Can Havocs give themselves a little bit of a better position going into the end of Division 2? Or will this be where they, unfortunately, are not able to make their last stand? We'll find out in just a moment as this match is live, and more thoughts on it from our analyst, Baba Gusta. Baba, the mic is yours.
Well, thank you so much, Jack, for that wonderful introduction. Havocs versus Vector Sports, definitely an interesting match that we would love to see. And just like you said, Vector Sports is undefeated in Division 2, winning 4 matches in a row against Team Area 69, Team Moaha, Batrip Esports, and nonetheless Instinct Esports. Will they be able to make a 5th win? We'll actually get to be seeing it against Team Havocs. Now, according to Havocs, they've definitely not been in a good time indeed, winning only 1 match, and that was against E-Samurai Esports, or E-Samurai Games as you would like to call it. 2-7 was the scoreline, but will they be able to make amends as they win against Vector Sports, knowing for the fact that they are in the bottom of the leaderboards and they only have 2 matches left? So if they do, however, win, they have a higher possibility for them to being stayed in the division rather than being relegated. But we'll actually get to see it in this specific match indeed. Havocs versus Vector Sports. Let's get into the community votes, and looks like Vector Sports is around 69%.
Nice.
Whereas on the side of Team Havocs, it is 31%. So looks like our dear viewers are favoring on the side of Team Vector Sports with a perfect number, 69%, a really interesting number indeed. And with that, we are going to be seeing how well this is going to turn up between them. Will is going to be the map. Jack, take it away.
Absolutely right there, ladies and gentlemen, and a very nice community vote scoreline coming up today. Vector Sports 69-31 on Havocs, as of course that reflects the current situation for Havocs. Nobody's really favoring them, and neither is anybody favoring, a lot of people are in fact favoring Vector Sports. I won't say nobody's favoring Havocs. I mean, people still are. Obviously, they're still getting votes, and they still have a chance to win this game. But against Vector Sports, it doesn't seem all that likely, ladies and gentlemen, as the ban phase, of course, has been taken care of. And let's have a quick look at both of the rosters that we have in the lobby today for ourselves. From the side of Havocs, we've got Luxia, Lynch, Sixer, Cheesecake, and Kingslayer. I don't know why I forgot to breathe right there. And from the side of Vector Sports, we've got Shulker, Beaver, Sam, Definitely a Noob, and Saiyan coming in with a very, very strong roster VS, as of course they would, as is expected of them. But then again, just like I said, you don't want to underestimate Havocs. Meanwhile, the bands that I was talking about just a second earlier are going to be Thatcher, Jackal, Clash, and the Echo. The Clash ban leaves Mira unbanned, of course, so that's why you're seeing Mira in play from the side of the defense. That is a VS right now. And that is going to be a fairly interesting up pick from the side of the defense. Mina, we do get to see Mina when it comes to Villa, whenever she's unbanned, and that's almost always a certainty that at least for 1 or 2 rounds, maybe you get to see a Mina in play. Today is probably going to be one of those early rounds as Six Surge is, for whatever reason, still in spawn, probably contemplating his decisions that he'll be making in the rest of this round right now. While Beaver, as we can see right there, he's manning one of the black mirrors inside a site. Couple of roamers. Interestingly enough, the Mira herself is off site. Definitely playing around the statutory bedrooms area on a very, very far roam indeed, and trying to get a long angle from the master bedroom window. Won't be able to find any just yet, but oh dear me, Six Surge. Well, he was in spawn for this entire time, and yes, he'll be disconnecting early as well. Havoc's already at a disadvantage, as that was definitely not something that they needed. Meanwhile, Luxia is low on HP. That is, of course, the Ashe. Not sure where she took that damage from. As right now, Vector Sports will be looking to take full advantage of the situation. They have found Havoc's in. Fox Window is going to be pushed, but that's going to be heard out by the meter roaming. And definitely Noob could take that to his advantage. But there's a big run out coming in. He's going to see the Ashe, but saying he's been detected. He's got to pull back, and he will just in time. But now there's attackers on his tail, and he's got to be careful of this push coming in from the side of the red carpet hallway.
Bomb located by attack.
Shots are fired. Definitely the Noob gets a kill. That's Lynch on the board, but Sam goes down. Meanwhile, Kingsley takes that. A big drop, a big couple of drops, in fact. The Zophia's on the board, while the Wamai has died, ladies and gentlemen. That is also a little unfortunate, but Cheesecake is here to equalize the man count, taking down definitely a Noob. That is your roaming Mira off the board, and that puts Havoc's equalizing the man count with the side of this defensive team. Cheesecake somehow got blown away. I guess that may have been through his own air jab charge, but that would be pretty. We didn't get to catch that on camera, so we don't really know what happened right there. As yeah, overall, with time currently at less than 43 seconds remaining, the side of Havoc's need to make this push happen. If not, they'll be caught out unawares, and looks like Beaver might be on his way to catch the Nomad. The drones are spotted where he is. The prone peeks in, but he's been downed already, and that's a kill confirmed on a Cheesecake. That's Shulker with a shotgun finishing him off, and looks like that was the SMG-11 from the mute that got it down earlier. Meanwhile, the Jaeger will go down from outside of sight, but Luxia will be refragged down too instantly, and Kingsley takes a refrag onto Beaver as well. It's a 1v1. Shulker and Kingsley are the last ones remaining in this round already. It's a close round, ladies and gentlemen, as the C4 will come out, but no, that's a missed throw. But the plant has not been stuck. Kingsley, he's trying to go for the kill. Only a few seconds remain. Will he find the head of the mute? Not quite. The shotgun's gonna go on. No, the C4 will. They will not explode though, as it will be the guns to finish off the round. Shulker throwing out that C4, decides not to blow it open, shoots it to the shotgun, and manages to get the kill. Oh boy, what a round indeed coming up from both teams. Very close right off the bat. And that is one way to start off the ending days of Division 2. Ladies and gentlemen, it is round 1 in favor of the defense on Vector Sports. On second floor, excuse me, the second floor AVG. And they're going to be heading to second floor Trophy in round 2.
Well, round 2 it is. And I just cannot believe I just said true. But yeah. Anyways, an explosive start coming in from Shulker, I believe, eliminating the Hibana, who was trying to go in for the frags. A really good decision coming in from him, knowing the fact that he doesn't have a lot of time. So if he actually goes for the plan, it would actually be an easy free kill coming in from him. Even though we actually did see Shulker throwing out the C4, it was a very wise decision from him, using the shotgun to eliminate him rather than detonating the C4. Because when a certain operator tries to detonate a C4, there is a certain animation that comes in, which would be liable for the defenders not being able to contest while he's doing the animation of the C4. So that's the reason why he actually whips out the shotgun to get those perfect kills. With that, round 2 will be in effect, and the site is going to be on second floor trophy room. A nice, a really great electro claw being placed in the middle of the shield, because each and every time if you would see an electro claw being placed, you would rather put it like in below the floor or above it, just to make sure if there is any attackers like the IQ or Twitch, they won't be able to take it out as best as they can. Now, as round 2 will be able to progress. We are going to be seeing Six Surge playing as the IQ, just as like I was talking about. Those scanners will be able to detect any utilities coming in from the defenders, even be it the Jaeger's ADSs, Val's Black Eye Cams, the Electro Claws, you name it. And not only that, the intel also comes in if a specific defender operator tries to look out on the cam. So Sam is going to be using his deployable shield on the side of the statue entrance. And I believe that is Nomad throwing up the flashbang just to make sure that there isn't any flags coming in, as Sion will be taking the first frag. That is Six Surge off the board, the GSG9 brothers, and eliminating the GSG9 operator IQ. And oh boy, looks like Six Surge just immediately left the game instead. Maybe just a minor disconnect. He's just having some internet issues, but hopefully he will be back nonetheless. Cheesecake is trying to have a fight with the Wamai with the deployable shield. He doesn't have any magnet systems being placed indeed, so definitely if when Ash uses his breaching charge, she can be able to take out those deployable shield. And just as I say it, both of them actually gets caught from the Wamai's magnet nades. Now that is a huge advantageous opportunity for the defenders to hold an angle and hopefully take them out as best as they can. Now Luxia, knowing for the fact that there is one of the ADSs being placed, actually the magnet systems is going to be eliminating, but for how long? They are wasting quite a lot of seconds here. They still have those angles being placed, as definitely is going to eliminate things there on the side of bathrooms. And a C4 being placed, trying to eliminate a guy from the astronomy, won't be able to happen yet again. Meanwhile, Wamai is going to get down from the Ash herself, as she also get instantly fragged by none other than Shulker himself. The man is making a lot of plays by the mute with the shotgun and SMG 11 plays, and this is why Vector Sports is also very dominant on defense. Push comes in from the Nomad, but eventually he's going to get down from none other than Saiyan himself, as it's all down to Lynch to clutch this one out, and a 1v4, 1v3 as he eliminates Sion. But he only has 40 seconds left. The SMG 11 won't be able to connect any shots whatsoever. Whips out the primary, goes for the shot, and he's going to eliminate Beaver, but the push comes in from the bathroom itself as he uses the SMG 11 to entirely eliminate the last player, giving Vector Sports the win on 2-round on defense as we progress to round 3. But unfortunately, looks like we're going to be having a rehost here. So sorry for the inconvenience. We will definitely be right back after this.
See me in the car going right to
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the game between Havocs and Vector Sports on the map of Villa. This is a beautiful Italian map in play as we're back on the other side of the rehost from the side of Havocs. Seeing a 6 surge in 2 rounds, has managed to disconnect twice. Hopefully it's just a minor issue that he's been able to fix and get back into the lobby without, as of course those issues will only hamper Havocs, and they don't want that. They want to make sure that they leave Division 2 in a good place, and to do that they have to clear their first hurdle today, and that is Vector Sports. However, Vector Sports, they're not here to mess around. They have taken 2 back-to-back rounds on AVG and Trophy and are now headed to Dining Room in round 3. A couple of 6 picks right here as the Ash into the Ash from Luxia and the Ella into the Ella from the side of the defense. A couple of really high IQ strats, something us mortals can't really can't decipher the meaning of, or it could just be that the team wanted these ops or the players wanted these ops. At the end of the day, you know, an Ash is almost I won't say Ash is like a must pick, but the amount of utility and versatility she brings in the playstyles that she has it makes her one of those very, very frequent picks in almost every single round of every game of Rainbow Six Siege. You can see Ash's pick rate, it's very high. It's pretty high, and she's got a fairly decent set of tools on her to give her a good
10 seconds
win
to go.
history. Meanwhile, something similar could have been said for the Ella if we were still in, of course, year 2, season 3 when she was released back in Blood Orchid. These days, Ella is a much different operator than she used to be. Back then, she was similar to Ash. Just all aim, no brain, frag out of your minds. Nowadays, she's not that great. Her Scorpion, it has good recoil for 12 bullets, and people who are good with the gun will be able to make use of that 12 bullet leeway. However, people like me, no. The Scorpion is not my friend, ladies and gentlemen, not at all. But definitely Noob, he's going to be having the FO12 in his hand, and that is a big change because this shotgun is definitely quite... Oh no, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Just as I start talking about him, he's not. Don't disconnect. Not in this situation. Come on, Ella. Sam's gonna find one in the meanwhile. That's an M870. All right. Is that the Bandit M870? It is. And Luxia's gonna go down. That's pretty unfortunate for the side of Havocs because looks like Vector Sports are trying to run shotguns, but definitely Noob will not be able to partake in this round as he has finally disconnected. That, of course, equalizes the man count between both teams, but not particularly in the way that Havocs would have thought they would get the man count equalization. They'll take it anyway, as right now, being 2 rounds down, it's not the best position to be in. Sam and Saiyan trying to take, those close-range gunfights, but the pistol comes out as Saiyan will find Lynch the headshot on to the Zofia, as at this point, one can say that Vector Sports is messing around with a shotgun meta in play. A C4 comes out, but it's just a little too early. Kingslayer will survive that. Beaver, unfortunately, could not get that kill. Sam's rotating down to the basement. Saiyan trying to play vertical through that C4 hole that was just made. The Hibana's going to rotate through. The shotgun might see her any second now. Not quite. The Jaeger's moved away, Saiyan that is. And finally, we're going to have, I believe, Cheesecake move out of spawn. Yes, that is, in fact, Cheesecake. He was droning for his team the entire time, and now he'll be forced to move as his drone's been taken care of. Havocs, not in a good position. Not at all. Time is against them. So are the remaining defenders, as definitely Lanu will finally manage to reconnect. Looks like it's a little bit of an odd connection with all of our players in the lobby. But shots are going to be fired as Saiyan's trying to take a gunfight vertically. Zotac, he's also bringing in the shotguns with the SMG-11, of course. I'm just interested to see... Excuse me. I'm just interested to see if Beavers brought in a shotgun as well. That would complete the 5 shotguns, but who knows? Maybe not. 30 seconds remain. Have to get into sight. They have the vertical lines of sight. They're being contested on those. And the way to beat that isn't, of course, just to keep playing vertical. It's also to try and get into sight. The IQ is trying to find where this pulse is playing, but Beaver is crafty. He's been able to survive for this long, and he will look to survive just a little bit longer. There's a push coming in from Panther. The SMG-11 will find the head of Kingslayer. As shots are being fired, the M870 comes out, and it will, in fact, trade with the Nomad as more shots are going to be fired, and Shulker will take the kill onto 6 Surge. The Bandit trading with the Nomad, leaving the Hibana, the last man, the IQ, excuse me, the last man standing. And that is going to be, of course, Shulker's cleanup as he will finish off for the side of the defense. Yet again, a shotgun round from Vector Sports goes their way as round 3 goes their way as well. It is 3-0 on round 4. Vector Sports, they are taking no prisoners.
Well, I just cannot believe that just happened. The whole team of Vector Sports only taking their shotguns as their primary weapon, and it actually worked. It actually worked when they were defending on first floor dining room, because it is quite, doable, especially if you are using the shotgun from below. But the thing is, if you are contesting a guy who is trying to make a lines of sight right from below the bathrooms or at the side of master bedroom, most of the time yes, but you
Attackers
have
need to
to
locate
land
and
at least
defuse
2
bombs.
or 3 shotgun pellets, in which we actually didn't see quite a lot on the side of defenders. But at the execution time, they did not have any potential of gunfights when they were in close quarter combat, because every single time a shotgun would win in such close quarters combat. So all Vector Sport had to do is to just waste a lot of time, in which we actually did see that shotgun kill coming in from Sam when he was roaming. That was quite unusual to see a shotgun roaming, and unfortunately would be getting a kill. But who knows, since Havoc might be able to get some weaknesses, knowing for the fact that Vector Sports is playing out of their minds, like they're just fragging it out, they're just basically having fun. But hopefully if Vector Sports try to be overconfident, Havocs might be able to get the win out of this specific round, and knowing for the fact that in Villa all they need is at least a win on 2 or 3 attacks, so that they can be able to hold out by themselves on defense. The spawn kill coming in from Cyan, he will be able to detect one from the landing zone, but he has to fall back, knowing the fact that the IQ will be able to detect where exactly Cyan's location is, and really needs to be careful on those specific spawn picks, because Vector Sports, they've already won 3 defense rounds in a row. And if they don't just be careful at certain moments like this, it would be very difficult for Team Havocs to make this a proper comeback here. Bronut's coming in from Lynch as he tries to scan the entire area of Trophy and Statuary Room, making sure that there won't be any rumors coming in. But a lot of fights been coming on the side of Kingslayer, as he's going to take out the Jaeger. That is the Cyan eliminated on the side of Vector Sports, giving them the opportunity that they still have the Ibana with those Excaros pellets being used. They can be able to at least open up on the side of the games room wall or at the side of kitchen room wall. Looks like a Cheesecake will be having the diffuser, so she'll be using her air jabs to prevent any operators pushing in from that particular site here. I believe that is the Zofia using her KSOE lifeline to flush out any operators who's holding an angle from that specific position, as we're going to be seeing 2 of those Exkyros pellets being used. And it's quite interesting to see that they're not actually going in for the games room, but instead they're actually going in from the aviators room, which would give a lot of opportunities for them to just push in and go for the plant instead. But you really should be careful, because there is Beaver playing on the specific side in which the wall has been opened, as Shulker, my man, he is going to make an important plays indeed, eliminating Luxia. But Six Surge on the other hand will eliminate Sam indeed. There's already 2 players gone. Make that a 3, as Beaver is going to eliminate the Six Surge yet again, leaving Cheesecake. Well, Cheesecake is eliminated. Now it's all down to Lynch, and he needs to figure it out. With only 50 seconds left, he still has some of the drone works. He can be able to detect any of the operators coming in, as definitely he's going to be playing from the red stairs. He knows that the IQ is playing in by compromising her location of her primary weapons being shot. And look at that, already angles being placed on the side of Vector Sports, Beaver, Shulker, and especially not definitely a noob, as we're going to be seeing a C4 toss. Then nice timing from the IQ as she runs for her life at the exact right moment. But for how long will it last? He only has 20 seconds left, and it's all just a trap waiting to happen on the side of Lynch, as she needs to go for the push, or else the round will immediately go on the side of Vector Sports here. 10 seconds left. It's all just awaiting him indeed. And looks like Lynch will decide to wait instead, using those specific times to makefully use sure. Never mind then. Looks like Shulker will be able to eliminate Lynch, as Vector Sports will, however, win round 4 on second floor aviator room, with Shulker with some devastating plays coming in with the SMG-11. Man, oh man, is Vector Sports is on a roll.
What I would like to know is how did that C4 not finish off the IQ right there? It was in range and there was no visible cover in front of the IQ against the C4, at least in its blast radius. We could see the charred flooring in front of the IQ, but she took no damage. We saw it live here on our screens, 0 damage taken, and well, sometimes you just gotta commit. I guess Shulker didn't quite believe in his C4 enough, so the C4 said, nope,
The shrapnel effect, as I would like to call it.
The shrapnel system. Don't even get me started on that, ladies and gentlemen. It's a good system.
I still
tries to inject
no,
some
I
realism.
actually wanted to talk about that shrapnel system. Remember when they
Attackers need to
introduced
locate
the shrapnel
and defuse
system
bombs.
for each and every explosive item, including fuse, in which it actually didn't quite work out. Because every time when a fuse uses its cluster charge, just like if he's using it from trophy room to eliminate someone on the side of dining room, fuse would actually he kind of kills himself with the cluster charge instead. So the developers decided to make a changes from his cluster charge, where they actually put a normal explosive instead of adding a shrapnel system instead.
I mean, at the end of the day, the fuse cluster charge thing was a bit of a mistake.
seconds
Let's
left
not
before
mince our
insertion.
words here. As that change being reverted, I actually
5
kind of
seconds
agree
to
with. It's
insertion.
the shrapnel system, excuse me, was not a buff to fuse. It was Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the game between Havix and Vector Sports. We had a little bit of an issue just a minute ago with our host disconnecting, but we've managed to solve that issue. And the round that was happening was round 5 on second floor trophy. That round, of course, had to be finished off before we called an app and rehost. And now we're here on first floor dining room and kitchen because Vector Sports have won round 5 as well. We are incredibly sorry for the problems that we're facing today. However, it just has been this way sometimes. Every now and again in the league we've had problems like this. So I hope all of our viewers can understand. It's just the fact that sometimes things just really don't go our way. But we're going to fight through all of that and move on with round 6, the last round before road stop. And we are back once again on first floor dining, ladies and gents. And it is Vector Sports' first half, 5-0 over Havix so far. And it is round 6 in play. We've got the cap cannon play from Stayan as well. And interestingly enough, I did see a couple of very interesting takes regarding Capcan between yesterday and today, which is why Capcan is actually somewhat slept on when it comes to competitive Rainbow Six. Now, when it comes to Capcan and when it comes to the current meta of Siege, he is very good, especially very punishing right towards the end of the round. That's a way that I've been thinking ever since Capcan was given his mega buff of 2 speed, 2 armor, and 5 whole traps, even though his traps were nerfed in the process. It's something that we don't get to see a lot, even though Capcan, just like I've been mentioning lately, has caught on in competitive Rainbow Six as of late. People are playing him quite a lot more. And with the reinforcement pool change coming in Year 5 Season 3, you can expect ops like Micro and Capcan to have a lot more freedom going into the rest of the round. Meanwhile, Sam's going to start things off by taking down Lynch, while Kingsley takes down Shulker. That's a big drop right there, as the
Attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Nook was the one to take down the mute. However, round 6 will sight from the side of... Okay, all right. Looks like an issue right there. The I don't know. All right then, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'm not sure what to say about this, honestly. It's just issue after issue after issue, as right now we are on round 6. Round 7, actually, round 7 roll swap, as the side of...
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
of Vector, why my mic decided to dip in the last round. I do apologize, everybody, as right now we are going to see match point between both of these teams. Havix, yeah, their unfortunate run in Division War 2 continues as they are being tested to their wits' end by the side of Vector Sports. And unfortunately for Havix, they have not been able to respond in the slightest. They've been taken, outplayed, bamboozled, and frankly, just outdone in all aspects of this match. They've been outdone in a lot of situations, and those situations have added up to the match point. 6-0 in the favor of Vector Sports, as there's going to be maybe a spawn pick coming up from Luxia and Kingslayer. Could be, potentially. They want to find somebody on the ruin spawn, but I don't think they will. Luxia is just waiting for the call from Kingslayer, but Kingslayer is not going to have any, as he will instead have to fall back. That's being fired on the other side towards the bedroom end of the map and towards Fox window. That's where the main push is probably going to come in from the side of VS, but they've got plenty of time to make that happen, to consolidate their push push in this round and to make sure that they come in without much of an issue. Cheesecake holding down the vault. The defenders, they have their position set. Not much is going to be coming out from them just yet. Maybe an early kill here and there, but from the way Vector Sports has been playing, you don't really expect the side of Havocs to make a big dent, although that could just be me speaking the way I've observed this game go so far. Utilities are going to come out any second. Our shots are being fired. That's a pre-fire from Kingslayer trying to find somebody towards the other side of the map. Again, no luck. The Montaigne, however, is pushing in. That's Sam. He's going to be seen by the defenders, and that's a call out given to the Twitch. Definitely Noob is the Montaigne, and Sam is the Twitch playing right close to him. The GIGN is trying to push in on 90 hallway, and they're being spotted, of course. As the Yellow is going to go for a jump out. Is she going to be found? She's been detected, and the kill should be confirmed. No, it won't be. Well, and the Hibana drops, somehow getting the kill as well, as Kingslayer will finally refrag. Sam will go down, and that's a pretty big kill dropped as well. The Twitch goes down, Beaver's low on HP, and definitely Noob has been hit just a little bit, as it is 6-0 on match point, but this man count is... oh dear, the man count's moving all right. That is for sure. There goes the Valkyrie. As Sane takes that kill, Sexter shook down Beaver. In the meanwhile, that's another big drop. As now the diffuser has to be recovered, and Sane is going to have to be the one on a rescue mission. But the Alibi's prone right next to the door. But those shots are hurt. The suppressor won't save him from there. But will it? Any second now, Bailiff comes out and it will connect onto the Zofia. Sixurge is now detected outside the map. He's trying to play with cover as that leaves Lynch alone inside of the map itself. The Montaigne's coming in slowly but surely as Lynch will take out the Claymore on his rotate out towards Astronomy. The Montaigne will ADS and somehow find that kill, take the diffuser and pull back. Definitely Noob is coming back in as Lynch is also coming back towards site. It's a 1v2 for the Jaeger. All down to this last man standing, 6-0, and it's all on the shoulders of Lynch, the last man standing. Monty is going to be going for the plan, definitely Noob, that is. With 20 seconds remaining, Lynch is trying to pull in. Marks are in, but the pre-fire is given to his position. The Ash will pre-fire as well. Try to get a wallbang, not find him just yet. The G36 has to reload. Will it find the Jaeger? Not quite. Quick peeks are in. The Montaigne's going to block him out. Maybe try and get a melee. Not quite. One is confirmed, but the other will not be. As Shulker will take the knife onto Lynch, using the Montaigne as perfect cover, coming all around, taking the knife, taking the kill, sending it just a little bit of disrespect with that as well, as Vector Sports, in the midst of all of these issues, will be having a 7-0 victory here on the map of Villa. What a game coming out from them immediately, as day 5 will not be stopping them whatsoever. It will not give them any trouble at all, as they will consolidate themselves in the top spot of Division 2 with this victory. And of course, that leaves them with one more match day to go. Same for Havocs, unfortunately for whom things are looking a little dire. But more on that from our analyst, Baba Gusta. Baba, the mic is yours.
Well, first and foremost, I did not expect it to see Vector Sports, gaining a victory over on Havoc 7-0, especially with Shulker making those absolutely brilliant plays, playing as the mute, using the SMG. And yes, on round 3, we actually did see quite a lot of players on the side of Vector Sports using only the shotgun. Basically, they were like challenging themselves to prove that they are worthy in Division 2, and definitely they have proved it all by themselves. Now, Havoc looks like they've been quite off form just yet. Like we actually did see him, or we actually did see them on attack. They were, however, did not get any early roaming kills getting on the side of Vector Sports, but it was Shulker who was getting those important kills, which led the attackers not being able to contest against the roamers and not even getting inside the site. So yeah, that was that's more I can only say about it. Vector Sports absolutely dominated against Team Havoc, giving them absolutely no penny or no mercy indeed. And looks like Vector Sports they're hungry. They are definitely hungry indeed, and they will never stop until they reach their goal.
Absolutely, exactly what we love to see from a team like Vector Sports. Unfortunately for Havocs, it was just not their day, as we will be moving on to the next game, the second game of this first half, and that is Team Area 69 versus Instinct Esports. A fantastic game coming in, ladies and gentlemen, and we will see you with that in just a quick second. Stay tuned.
Captain Nadia from the Esports Club here with some pretty awesome news. Now, as you probably know, we've been running the WD Black TEC League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear for the past few months. As we come into August with our final season of the league, we wanted to celebrate with you guys who have made this an amazing experience and an extremely successful esports event. We've teamed up with some of our favorite partners to give away an entire esports PC for one lucky viewer. Yes, one of you is going to a complete PC featuring some of these awesome parts. First up, we've got the LG Ultragear 27GL 650F gaming monitor, 27-inch, 144Hz, 1ms with an IPS panel to make sure you're at the top of your esports game without sacrificing picture quality. Then we've got an amazing lineup of accessories coming in from HyperX to make sure that you're always on top of your game. Cloud Stinger Core gaming headset. For the keyboard, you've got the awesome HyperX Alloy FPS RGB mechanical keyboard. Then your mouse is the HyperX Pulsefire Surge. It's got a brilliant RGB all around the mouse. For the mousepad, you've got the HyperX Fury S. That is the speed edition of the extended mousepad. And then of course for your memory, you've got the HyperX Fury RGB RAM. You've got 16 gigs at 3400 megahertz. Next up, we've got the WD Blue SN550 NVMe SSD to make sure you're spending as little time loading and booting up and spend more time gaming. And then of course, at the heart of this PC is the Ryzen 5 3600X CPU. Now, as you know it, at the heart of every gaming PC is a great GPU. So we've teamed up with Zotac Gaming to give you a brand new RTX 2060 because frames win games and there should be nothing between you and top of the line performance. Next up, we've teamed up with NZXT, who make some of the best and most premium PC components on the market. Powering your PC is going to be the C850 fully modular power supply, and your cooling solutions are going to be taken care of the Kraken X63 all-in-one liquid cooler. Now, we wanted to make this PC something truly special, and while the NZXT H510 Elite is a great cabinet for anyone, it wasn't enough. We teamed up with NZXT to give the winner of this giveaway a brand new NZXT H510 Siege Edition cabinet. This is a limited edition licensed Rainbow Six Siege themed cabinet from NZXT. There are only 500 of these in the world and just a handful coming to India. The side panels of this cabinet are themed in the wall and door reinforcement designs from Rainbow Six Siege, and there is an illuminated 6 icon on the front panel along with a 6 icon charm and a puck in the signature breach charge design, which is only available with the H510 Siege. And one lucky winner on this giveaway is going to get a full esports PC sitting inside this beautiful cabinet. Now that you know everything that there is in the giveaway, the question is how you can take part. Well, it's fairly simple. First, head on to the link in the description of this video. Once you're at the giveaway landing page, fill out your details and follow the instructions. First, head on over to Facebook, make sure you're following us. 2, make sure you're following the Esports Club on Instagram. And 3, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Simple so far. Now the interesting part. In a 1-minute video on Instagram, tell us why you deserve this epic new PC from the Esports Club and all our partners. Make sure you follow the instructions carefully, use the right hashtags, tag the right accounts, and you can be one step closer to winning this epic setup. Now that's it guys, just a little bit of work and you can be one step closer to getting yourself your dream PC. I'm Captain Arya and this is the Esports Club, and we hope to see you in our next tournament.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Ready to breach.
Go, go, go! Follow my lead!
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WWE Black the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear in association with Fibernet, Zotac Gaming and Games The Shop. I am your host, Blackjack. Joining me is my co-host, Ham and Foxy, and our analyst, Baba Gusta, as we are here for the second game of the first half of the day, and that is Team Area 69 versus Vector Sports. And it is a very, why do I say Vector Sports? It's Instinct Esports. What? Okay, my mind is on a roll today, but regardless of that, a quick reminder to all of our viewers to check out the socials of the Esports Club on Facebook and Instagram for the giveaway of a limited edition Rainbow Six Siege PC featuring a Siege-themed PC cabinet by NZXT. There's only 500 of these across the world, and it is a very, very good one. So if you want to have a chance to win one for yourselves, check out the Esports Club on Instagram and Facebook for details on how to enter yourselves into the giveaway. With all of that being said, it is Team Area 69 versus Instinct Esports, a big, big game coming up. Head closer and closer to the end of Division 2 in the entirety of the WD Black the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege. But more on this game from our analyst Baba Gusta. Over the analyst says, Baba, the mic is yours.
Thank you for the lovely introduction, Jack. Team Area 69 going up against Instinct Esports. Now, like, if you check out their standings, Area 69, they have won. They are currently in top 4 standings with a win-loss ratio of 2-3, defeating Samurai Esports and Team Waha. That was definitely a great match great match indeed. And also on the side of Team Instinct Esports, they, however, have only won one match, and that too it was against Team Havoc's. 7-2 was the scoreline on map Cafe Dostoyevsky. Now, since we're going to be seeing them defeating against, we're going to be seeing them going up against Team Area 69. I have absolutely zero idea why I said that. It is going to be on map Cafe Dostoyevsky, the one in which they actually did, however, defeated Havocs. Maybe they have some hopes for Instinct Esports to win up against Team Area 69, or will them make new amends? Now, checking back to the community votes, I believe we're going to be seeing Instinct Esports 56%, and on the side of Team Area 69, it is around 44%. So it looks like the viewers are going to favor Instinct Esports. So I'm really excited to see how it's going to be turning out for them.
Absolutely right there. As we are already going to hit round 1, 56-44 is a pretty even split between Area 69 and Instinct Esports. However, if the all chat is any indication, they're going to be looking to have as much fun as they can, while of course trying to win and sparing no quarter between themselves. As you know, everybody knows my stance on this. Of course, if you can't have fun, even if it is competitive, fun is a must-have when it comes to playing video games. Now, you know about the philosophical chit-chat, let's get into the match itself. And to do that, let's have a quick look at the teams that we have in play today. For the side of Area 69, we've got Aussie, Ivis, Cherry, Tertio, and Spidey Time. While from the side of Instinct Esports, we've got Asterix, Pendrive, Anaconda, Kurosaki, and Invalid. I'm bringing in these rosters that we have seen for quite a while, and we've come to love for some time as well, as round 1 is already underway. And Foxy, the mic is yours. Well, turns out Foxy's mic is having a few issues, so I guess the mic is not going to be his. I'm going to take that back. Thank you very much. As we have Jones coming up from the side of Team Area 69. Already there's an Ash pushing in, I believe. That's Invalid going to take the kill onto Anaconda. Aussie, as that is a pretty big kill. That is the Ash of the board. An attempted rush, I think, from Aussie, but Penta is going to find Cherry as well. That's a couple of big drops early, as looks like Area 69 tried to rush into sight from the side of first floor bar. Didn't quite work out for them at all, as yeah, it's not looking that great, as the first round is already in a 3 versus 5 for them. And they're going to be pushing onto the side of the white hallway again. The Valkyrie cameras are going to be spotting these attackers pushing in through the VIP corridor. One's gone up the white stairs. That is Spidey Time. The IQ shots are going to be fired on that little line of sight that's been made on the cold room wall, as Ivis is so low on HP from the Valkyrie's pre-fire. He's got to be careful, mind you, because where he's sitting, he could be peeked any second now. The Castle's going to be making some extra lines aside with the super shorty of his, and he's barely going to escape the shots fired in his direction. As Pendrive and Invalid are the only defenders to have taken any damage at all, Ivis is the only remaining attacker to have taken this much damage as well. Astra's going to take that Spidey time. In the meanwhile, that's another big drop. The IQ goes down, and there goes the Hibana trying to get out of the white stairs door. Astrix takes another one for himself, and that leaves Ivis the last man standing, caught between a rock and a hard place. He's going to move on the white stairs all the way up to 3rd floor. And he's going to be chilling out for the time being, trying to decide where to make this push happen, while Instinct Esports are going to be chasing him down all across the map. 55 seconds remain as there we go. The AFK bait comes in from Team Area 69. As of course, it's again all about having fun between both of these teams right now. Instinct Esports, however, have started off pretty strong in this round as... Okay, I was starting to think that Ivis was intent on just staring down the white stairs for the entirety of the round, and, you know, he might just be looking to do that in the rest of this round as well. White stairs push will not, in fact, be coming in from the defenders. Four of them are here. All right, they're just running around like a train back and forth on the white stairs as Ivis. He's just not going to move. He's going to sit here, let the timer do its thing as we are now past the 15-second mark remaining for this round. Stares down the white stairs as nothing's going to come off him holding down this top floor. As I guess that's just given Area 69 just a little bit of time to convene, while Instinct Esports, as the timer runs out and they're outside the map, are going to take round 1. Round 1 goes to the side of Instinct. They take their first round on the defense on first floor kitchen, and... there's a very interesting start here on the map of Cafe Dostoevsky.
Well, round 1 goes to the favor of Instinct Esports. A really well display of how Aroma's performing here, as we're going to be proceeding to round 2, and I believe it's going to be 2nd floor reading room. It definitely is going to be an interesting sight indeed, because each and every time when you see a Cafe Dostoevsky being played, most of the teams would prefer staying on the use 3rd floor bar as their main first line of defense. But looks like on the side of Team Instinct Esports, they want to do the exact opposite. Pick up the kitchen room first, then they're just going to go to the 2nd floor reading room, and then hopefully on the last they'll be able to pick 3rd floor reading room, unless and until if Instinct Esports wins this specific site, or else we might be able to see a repeat of that exact same site in which we're going to be able to see it on round 3 with the with that, Instinct Esports, a really great, aggressive plays coming in, especially from Asterix, immediately eliminating Hibana, and also the, heavy rusher Oxy, who was currently being playing as the Ash. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out well in his favor. Now, they only have 10 seconds left to completely, end the prep phase. As all of the defenders are using up all of their utilities at a specific spot so that they would be prepared. With that, the action phase will continue. A lot of emphasis being placed on the side of the hallway of white stairs, in which they're making sure that the attackers won't be able to, get the control on the hallway, even though they might be able to get control from the piano room. I mean, it's really quite interesting on what kind of, hole that they're going to be able to taking in, but we'll see how well it's going to be turning out. Now we still have Jaeger. He's going to be establishing crossfire angles with Kurosaki, which is actually quite good, and also the Valk, aka Asterix, will be there as well to provide great amount of cover. There's 2 deployable shield being placed just to make sure it won't happen again, but look at that. Ivy's using the KSOU lifeline impact grenade to take out the castle panel and eliminate one of the important operators indeed, that is Kurosaki, the Vamai. Even though there is a lot of magnet system being placed on the white hallway, he won't be able to make quite a lot more. With that, looks like the IQ will be using his breach charge to open up the walls on the side of the whiskey room, or I would say the piano room instead. Whiskey room is quite nearby to the window in which the attackers rappel onto, and looks like Pendrive needs to be really careful here, because there is an inverted rappel coming in from the Zofia, and really needs to be careful on where it exactly comes from. But look at that, Anaconda right from below the laundry. He's going to eliminate Eevee's Man, that was quite an oof coming on the side of Instinct Esports as he immediately eliminates Ivies. That was an unexpected shot indeed. The push, aggressive push comes in and Asterix immediately denies it, eliminating Spidey time. And with that, already 2 players gone on the side of Team 869. And there is a pen drive playing on the deployable shield and still needs to contest against Cherry. Looks like he is going to fall back, knowing for the fact that that deployable shield is very powerful and going against him would be a bad idea. And on the other hand, we are actually seeing Pendrive making a lot of plays indeed. Nitro C4 will be able to work out as Oxy will be there with such great angle as he eliminates Pendrive, but at what cost? To be quite frank with you, it is actually coming up at a greater cost indeed. 2v2, Cherry is a little bit tagged instead. It's been reduced. He's in below 50 HP. He can be able to recover the diffuser, but the only problem is they don't have the exact intel on where the defenders operators in. You actually did see Andokona playing from the laundry room, eliminating one of the important players on when they were rappelling in from the cocktail window. And one is playing already playing on the side that is invalid with the SMG-11. Quite a deadly wave weapon, but when a trade comes in, it is the main weakness that the SMG-11 means used more often. Well, looks like the melees will be able to arrive on the side of Oxy as she tries to take out the castle barricade, and he's going to be having a lot of resistance coming in. Invalid eliminating Cherry, and just like that, eliminate both of the players as Invalid will be there to stand his ground, eliminating both of the important players on the side of Team 869, winning their second round on second floor reading room as we are going to progress to round 3.
Round 3 is in play, and it is 2-0 in favor of Instinct Esports. They've started out quite strong here on this match against Team Area 69. Area 69, they definitely looked quite a bit better on this particular round 2. However, it was not enough. At the end, it came down to the 2v2, and in Reading Room, a 2v2 against a mute shotgun is not a push that you want to make, knowing for the fact that the mute might just be playing there. You're better off pushing somewhere else, because that is a close quarters gunfight that you do not want to take against the Mossberg shotgun. However, all of the conjecture of what ifs and what could have happened aside, we are right now on round 3. 2-0 is the scoreline. And up on third floor bar is Instinct Esports. They're going to be looking to make sure that they get this third round as well and get everything in order for themselves so that they don't have an issue going forward with this lead that they've taken. It is a little bit of momentum that they have in their hands. I say a little bit because, of course, it's just the early game. If they are to win this round 3, and then if, say, they win round 4, and I say that with a big if, then they will truly have momentum in their favor. However, Team Area 69, they would like for that to not happen, and they'll be playing accordingly, which is to try and shut down the side of Instinct Esports' defense. The third floor bar is going to help Instinct Esports for a bit, because this is, of course, one of those sites which is, when it comes to roaming, it's always vertical roam when it comes to third floor bar. There's no horizontal roam. Cafe, as a map in general, is more favored on vertical roams with vertical lines of sight. Playing vertical on Cafe is probably one of the must-haves, must-knows of this map in how to get around defender strategies, because, again, if you push it aside blindly, trying to go for a horizontal push, it could work. But playing vertical, it just helps out that push happen, go smoother, just that little bit more. And that little bit more could be what differentiates a very close round win and a very flawless round win. Now, again, that is just a little bit of conjecture on my own part, of course, as actual events may not represent what is said on the caster's mic. Ladies and gentlemen, caster's curse and whatnot, we all know how that goes. Meanwhile, Pendrive, he's just going to rotate into Cigar Shop. He's running around in this area trying to deny the hard breach on the Hibana. Not quite. He's moved back to the Shaiko spot of third floor bar, holding on the skylight as patiently as he can. He's been playing here for quite a while now, as a hard breach will come off onto the piano main wall from the attackers, that is Tertio. Drones are coming in, but no, Asterix is going to find Spider Time. He was trying to play vertical right there. The Ash, that is. Unfortunately, his vertical plays are going to come to an end, and Mute is going to take over in his stead. The drone not active. It's got to be taken out, though. Asterix, you don't want to risk the dead Ash being on that drone, and he won't be, as the flashbangs are coming out above. The hard breach is going to be spotted, and Asterix is going to use what is probably Ash's vertical breach against the attackers. Fires a few shots. We'll see the Hibana, that is, the Nomad Cherry, low on HP. He could toss a C4 up there right now, but he's the only one with a C4, so he'd be better off saving it as well. He's actually going to extend that vertical line of sight just a little bit to throw C4. Tertius going to find one. Cherry's going to find another. Kurosaki and Pendrive go down. It's a 4 versus 3 right now. Instinct Esports are in a bit of a bind. Casper is going out as Anaconda is barely going to survive in his position. He's exposed from all angles right now as... this vulnerability will not suit Anaconda, not in the slightest. He's got to hold very closely to this deployable shield, as there may yet be an attacker coming in from Piano who could swing wide on his position from the white corridor through the bathroom, rotate any second now. However, time is of the essence for Team Area 69, as their attack is not... Okay, they are actually going to get the plant off, not quite Tertio. He wanted to get the plant off, but couldn't, as the shots are going to come in, but the Nomad will be down, but there goes the smoke as well from the rappel on the east side, as Aussie's going to take one Ivis onto another. That leaves, of course, Asterix caught in a 1v2, and there's the Zofia to capitalize on the Nomad charge going off, making sure the Mute has no room to move. And that is going to give the side of Area 69 their first round. Round 3 goes to them on third floor bar, as we'll be going into round 4 with A69 having finally taken a round on board for themselves.
Well, round 4 is in play, as we're going to be seeing Team Instinct Esports defending on first floor kitchen. Now, just like I was talking about, since they did, however, lost third floor bar, looks like, Instinct Esports still has the opportunity to pick that specific site, but they would actually prefer to go back on the first floor kitchen service, which in fact it actually did quite worked out well in their favor on the first round itself. Invalid and Pendrive, both of them making those important plays on the side of Roamers. Will they be able to make the same thing again, or will Team Area 69 try to figure out a weakness in that strategy and eliminate those players? We'll get to see it in this specific round. A prep phase is in play, and it looks like Team Area 69 are getting back up on their feet, getting those important eliminations indeed, establishing those crossfire angles to make sure that if there is a one specific operator getting, crossfire angles to make sure if one of the players gets taken out, the trade will take place. And also it was the drone works coming in from Team Area 69 was absolutely brilliant. Each and every time they would actually figure out exactly where the operator's location is. We actually did see at the last round where I believe that was the Smoke who was trying to hold out all by himself in the freezer room. He had the deployable shield, but when he immediately gets picked, he immediately gets detected from the drone. He had to at least go out for the fight instead. Now Invalid really needs to be careful because he is reinforcing at the wrong side. One little pre-fire might cause a lot of problems for the Valve to go up against. And as I was about to call it, there was, however, a reinforcement being played to deny that wall banks coming in right from outside, as Hibana is going to be using one of her X-Cairo spellers to open up the garage wall, I believe, to hopefully make a long angle. And if there is another X-Cairo spellers, she can be able to make another angle which can connect through the freezer. Now, Pendrive, he is having a lot of problems to deal with, as he is exposed on both of the directions. Deployable shield and the ADS, both of them has been destroyed by a lovely usage of flashbangs being thrown out from the Hibana and Zofia to clear out the deployable shields. But in return, Pendrive, the only thing he can do for now is to just destroy the drone, so making sure that they won't be able to get more of intel than just giving their only focus on towards Pendrive. That would actually quite work well in their favor, because all the main objective coming in from the defenders is to make sure that they waste a lot of time for the attackers, and that's exactly what these teams are doing. Now Asterix, it wasn't Asterix, it was Invalid who established a crossfire angle against Pendrive. He's going to be helping out his teammate as best as he can, as Tertia with the drone works. He is actually going to get quite a lot of information on the defenders side. The only thing is that they need to convert it, making sure that they get those frags as best as they can, so that they can be able to win it out against Team Instinct Esports in this specific round. But looks like Pendrive, on the other hand, he's going to be in danger, exposed in both location, and that crossfire comes in as Oxy will be taking the first kill. Tertio, on the other hand, as he pushes in from the bar, as he eliminates Invalid, making it a 3v5 situation here with Spidey time, less amount of HP, and using the breach charge to open up the castle panel. As Kurosaki, he just goes very aggressive as he eliminates Oxy, but still needs to be careful that there is EVs playing on the side of the new stairs, so he needs to be playing this quite passively. All they need is to just waste the time and wait for them to push in at the execution time, as Team Area 69 only has 45 seconds left. A lot of patience and waiting coming in from both of the teams as Ash uses her breaching charges to make lines of sight right from below. And look at that, Tertio with the wall bang. He's going to eliminate Anaconda, as Kurosaki will also make a statement eliminating one of them. Kurosaki make that a triple kill as he eliminates Spidey time, and Astrid is going to do the same. What a brilliant recovery coming in on the side of Instinct Esports, as it is all down to Cherry. As we're going to be seeing a C4 being thrown out, won't be able to connect, as Cherry is going to go on the long frame, trying to make sure that he can be able to push from the freezer, but it is going to be too late indeed, as there is the bandit playing also very close on that opened wall, and with a lot of times being wasted, and Cherry being also very low on HP, he is definitely going to go down indeed, with Kurosaki with a 4K coming in from him, as they're going to be winning round 4 first floor kitchen in the hands of Instinct Esports. A very great plays coming in from them, especially the smoke getting those 4 important kills at the execution time, and Pendrive, who has made a brilliant amount of plays. He just wasted a lot of time from Team Area 69, which gave Instinct Esports the perfect execution of where Team Area 69 is coming through. And just like that, we're going to be progressing to round 5, and looks like Team Instinct Esports are in the lead.
Instinct Esports are in the lead. They've put it back up to 2 rounds that they have the lead for, ladies and gentlemen. And what a beautiful 4K coming out from Kurosaki. The smoke, bringing in the aggression, making those wide peaks happen, swinging with the SMG-11 to get those kills. And oh boy, were those kills ever so important for the defending team. Without that 4K, well, Instinct Esports, suffice to say, we're not looking at a great round. It was a beautiful recovery right towards the end too, especially once again off the back of Kurosaki playing beautiful. He's on the Wamai this time. He's going to be holding on the second floor along with probably the Jaeger and maybe even Anaconda the castle. But of course, that is up to Instinct Esports to decide whether or not they want to make that play happen. Round 5 is going to be hitting action phase in just a quick second. Asterisks with the black eye cameras and those placements that we have come to see over the course of the league itself. Making sure that third floor is going to be defended and well defended. While, of course, there will be some emphasis in and around the site as well. It's a fairly well-shared emphasis, but there's a spawn peek coming in. Pendrive, will he be found? He might be. The peek is in, and the Nomad will find him instead. Oh, Cherry, he took only so little damage and did so much. Pendrive goes down, and that is a huge drop for the side of Instinct Esports' defense. Unfortunately, the spawn peak not quite working out. Jaeger, he's going to be missing his ACOG, that's for sure, even if it has been, what, 3 years? It's about to be 3 years since that ACOG was lost to the sands of time. Oh, well, he would have definitely loved to have that ACOG in this situation, ladies and gentlemen, but even with Year 5 Season 3's massive optics overhaul, Jaeger, unfortunately, gets no love. Even if he got the new 1x sights, I feel like that should have been a thing that he should have gotten, but he just doesn't. I've played the test server. I know this, that he does not get any of the new one-time optics, like the new hollow, the new red dot. None of that. He's stuck with the old sights, and I'm not really sure why. But enough for the new sights. We'll talk about that when Season 3 comes alive. Right now, it's in the test server phase as Kurosaki. He is trying to go into a jump out. He will be. Will he find one? No, the Zofia rappel down just in the nick of time. Ivis will take that kill. He probably heard Kurosaki rummaging around on the White Stairs window. Decided to rappel down to hold an angle, but Kurosaki obliged and got taken out for his trouble. 3v5 once again as Team Area 69 are looking to dominate this round as a mark comes out, but Spidey time! Oh no! He'll take down Cherry, and that's a huge drop right there. That is your Nomad off the board. That's a little bit of map control that unfortunately the side of the attack have ended up forfeiting. Shots are being fired as the vertical angle is being challenged right now. A C4 came in, but unfortunately that C4 was at the wrong place, and Spidey Time will not be harmed. No attacker will be harmed. In fact, the shots are still being fired and traded between attackers and defenders. Slowly but surely, the side of Area 69 are trying to make a play happen, but no, here's the Valkyrie with one. Will she find a second? Not quite. However, that was a big drop, as now Tertius is going for the plant. Hello, when did he sneak in? He's going to get the plant off. Is also going to find one. He's going to find two. And Anaconda and Vela go down, and now suddenly Asterix is the last man standing on the second floor. And he's got to play vertical against the side of the attack, but now he's been spotted on the drones as well. Will he see one? He will. The Hibana goes down. That's a little bit unfortunate. The positioning was not quite there, but now Asterix knows that if he jumps down, he's dead meat. He'll go for it anyway. And will the Zofia find him? No, not quite. There's somebody playing inside of Laundry as well. He might want to get in, try and get the counter defuse. He's going to do that. He's going to bait it for just a little bit because there's somebody just outside the reading room door. The Zofia's in. The push is in. And there's a push from the reading room door as well. He's going to have to get that kill, but the defuse is going past the time of no return. But he will not be returning either from that run out, as Aussie will make sure that Instinct Esports are not able to take this round back, as round 5 goes to the attack of Team Area 69 on second floor reading. And this match is a close one indeed, ladies and gentlemen, as it is 3-2 going into round 6, the last round before roll swap. Instinct, they are still in the lead, but it's just a 1-round lead, and they'd like to make it 2 rounds. Will they be able to? We'll find out just now.
Well, a great triple kill coming in from Oxy, eliminating the important operator indeed, Asterix, who was playing as the Valk. Even though we actually did appreciate his well work on the side on post plant, where he almost got the opportunity to eliminate 3 of the important operators on this specific side. But nonetheless, Area 69 just immediately eliminated all of the teams on the side of Instant Esports. We actually did see Instant Esports go way too aggressively, especially the Vamai, as he actually went for a run out in the white stairs window, in which in fact it wasn't necessary, because there was always I believe that was EVs who was holding an angle just to make sure that the run out won't be able to claim any life on the side of attackers. A really well attentive plays coming in from Team Area 69, as we're going to be progressing to round 6. Since the first half will almost come to an end, we'll be able to see whether Team Area 69 will be able to win this to equalize the round against Instinct Esports, or will Instinct Esports gain the lead, making it 4-2. Well, we're definitely going to... I'm really excited to see how well this is going to turn out for them on actually both the teams. As Anaconda, he's going to be placing his deployable shield at the Shaiko spot, a very dominating spot indeed, especially it's quite used of heavy great operators like a Jaeger or a Vamai, who has an R4C carbine, in which he can be able to contest any long angles. Maybe he can be able to contest long angles right from the piano room, as well as on the sky. Yeah, from the roof, the sky roof, in which it is quite favorable on the specific position. But only time will know, as we're going to be seeing Oxy quite surprisingly, he's going to be using a vertical foregrip rather than using an angle grip instead. I kind of understand. It's up to your perspective on which kind of attachments that you need to buy. Yes, vertical foregrip decreases this recoil, so that you can be able to shoot without dragging your mouse quite a lot. And you have the flash hider, the compensator to handle any kind of the recoil which comes in. But enough about that, more about the game which is going on currently right now, as we're going to be seeing Spidey Time already in reading room using his skeleton key and opening up the floors on the side of third floor cocktail bar to make sure that there isn't any operators currently being played, but looks like there is one, and that is I believe the I think that is the Zofia. No, actually it was the Doc and the Smoke both playing all together as Invalid. He has to get this important kill. He has other 2 options: either contest it with right from below the floors, or he can just go for an instant rotate where he has to fall down from the pillars and immediately take them out. EVs, on the other hand, eliminating Pendrive, an important kill indeed. That is your important fragger and the Jaeger off the board, which would provide Team Area 69 a lot of opportunities to not worry about one flank, but still needs to be worried about the other flank, which either Kurosaki or Asterix comes in. And just as I talk about it, Invalid, I believe he just eliminated Spidey Time right from below. Yeah, pretty much that is. He actually tried to contest him, but in the end, in third floor cocktail lounge, Invalid gets the kill. Still needs to be careful that there is one player currently being positioned on the cigar lounge, and also the IQ currently in the fireplace hall to contest Invalid, who's going to be playing on the third floor lounge. He actually gets detected, but he has to go for the vault out. A wrong vault indeed, as he has to rotate back. But yeah, he has still of those stim pistols. He can be able to get his health back up. But he's going to be expelling both, I believe, three of those stim pistols, not having any more indeed. Now Oxy on the other hand, he is on a rampage, eliminating Asterix as Invalid. He has to take the fight against Tertio. Oxy on the other hand, he actually gets another one, eliminating Kurosaki, as the attackers only have 10 seconds left. They have to make this play happen. They have to push on the side to at least get those kills, as Cherry actually gets one. Now it's all down to Tertio, as the smoke eventually takes one of them. But in the end, he'll also get taken down from none other than Cherry himself. Team Area 69 winning their attack on round 6 third floor bar, as we are going to be proceeding to round 7 with both of their teams' points equalized. It's definitely going to be interesting on how what kind of plays both of these teams are going to make it happen. Will you be able to see a comeback coming in from Team Area 69, or will Instinct Esports dominate against Team Area 69? Only time will tell, as we're going to be progressing to round 6, as I believe Team Area 69 is on the defense.
Indeed, Team Area 69 are on the defense right now, and that, of course, gives them the Cafe Dostoevsky defender advantage, but it's only a slight advantage, seeing that we are 3-3 on the roll swap. However, it would be slight if, of course, they didn't have the momentum. They do. They've got quite a bit of momentum indeed, seeing as they have won, that is, 2 rounds back to back. Round 7 is in play, and we have a quick look at the scoreboard right now, as we can see 8 kills by Aussie, especially after that last round. That triple kill that he brought out, absolutely wonderful for him. As of course, it's a fairly evenly distributed scoreboard for the side of Area 69, except for Spidey Time. He hasn't had a great day today so far. Hopefully, of course, he can pull things back together for himself. Then again, it could just be that he's been busy supporting his team with those intels, the drones, the utilities, and all of the like, which, of course, leaves him no time to get a couple of kills. At least that could be true for a few rounds, and some rounds, of course, inevitably would be a little unfortunate. However, round 7 is going to be the round where all of that may potentially change. Area 69 are now here on defense, and round 7 is in action phase. Goyo shields are going to be in play, as a man with the Vulcan shields is in today as well. And that's a very interesting Vulcan shield setup on the painting side that we got to see for just a quick second. Ivis, I'm not sure what that setup is, but it could either be useful or it could backfire easily, depending on how well the attackers are able to take site, or if they're able to take site at all. There we go. Hatches on the roof are going to be popped open by the attacking team. Instinct Esports, they need to get the rack together. The last couple of rounds on defense, they did not look good, but hopefully on the attack, they can string themselves back together to keep their lead and give themselves a fighting chance at winning this game. But Ive is going to start things off with the TCSG, finding Anaconda. A big drop indeed, as Aloss is going to be grenaded away to infinity, and Pendra is going to find one more onto Tertio. Kurosaki and Pendra starting things off for the side of the attack, as Instinct Esports have taken a couple of big kills. Spider him in the meanwhile wanted to go for a run out of the white stairs door, will not be able to. He's going to have to fall back as well. Cherry, Ivis, and Spidey Time, the 3 defenders left against a very angry Instinct Esports, who are looking to take back the momentum in their favor. Instinct, however, they have lost the gridlock. That's a lot of map control that has been forfeited from the side of this attacking team, as Gershmots are going off all over the map right now. Not the Zophias, mind you. Those are... Actually, they are the Zophias. Never mind. I thought there was an Ella in play for a quick second. Not sure. Oh, there was actually. Aussie. Yeah, I'm just confusing myself. Never mind me today, ladies and gentlemen. But Aussie, he's dead, but his Gershmots are still influencing the round. Ivis, however, will be making a big influence as he takes on Pendrive. But Asterix and Kurosaki are going to light up as Ivis and Spider-Ham go down, leaving Cherry in a 1v3 that he cannot win inside a cold room. And Kurosaki will put him out of his misery and put the side of Team Area 69 out of their misery on round 7, as they will take round 7's attack on third floor bar. That is Instinct Esports, of course, and put them back on the lead 4-3.
Well, that was an explosive start coming in from both the teams. EVs with the TCSG to start off the round, and then Oxy with the nade. Like it was basically an instant trade when Eves took the TCSG to eliminate one of the important operators who was currently holding an angle from sky the sky roof. So with that, round 8 will be in play, and looks like Team Area 69 don't want to change their sides, but instead they would like to pick on the same side. Indeed, third floor bar and cocktail lounge will definitely be in play. The only thing is that they have to adapt to what kind of attack these operators on the side of Team Instinct Esports is going to be putting onto. And yep, looks like Evis, he'll be doing the same strategy yet again, placing those two of those Vulcan shields near the bar, and I believe on the new hatch, both of them. I have no, I have no idea why he would be placing two of those, the Goyo shields, maybe so that the operator, if they try to go for a default plant and a default plant, oh holy Jesus, a default plant, if they actually try to go in from the third floor bar, maybe he can be able to take it out with one of the Goyo shields, and the another one might be if the operators try to hold in from a specific angle from the freezer and knows that there is a attacker being played from the new hatch, they can be able to take it out. That's basically my guess. I have absolutely no idea how well it's going to work out, but we'll actually get to see it on round 8 indeed, as Toshu will be playing his ADSs on the cigar launch, two of them I believe. No, looks like it's just going to be one, as Cherry will be placing a lot of his magnet systems, one at the whiskey window near the whiskey desk, and IQ, she wouldn't have any problems indeed in eliminating those important utilities indeed. All he has to do is at least get inside of Train Museum and use the ID scanners to just basically, wall bang the utilities of the defenders, and hopefully they can be able to get a proper entrance on the piano room without having any worries about wasting a lot of utilities for the attackers. Because flashbangs, they're useful for another thing. It's called as blinding the opponents out, but instead we actually use it to exhaust the ODSs, in which, yes, it's kind of funny. But still, in the end, let's see how well it's going to be turning out from the attackers here. Meanwhile, we're going to be seeing 3 players on the side of Instinct Esports still opening up the walls. They still have a lot of problems dealing with it, as the new hatch is still opened just yet. Goyo will be playing at the new hatch, as just like I was talking about it. The hatch opening comes in, the C4 pulls out, won't be able to find a connection whatsoever, as EVs will still be playing in that same position yet again, making sure that he would get those important kills with the TCSG. Mind you, it is one of the most difficult guns to be getting shots with, knowing for the fact that the gun used to be around 95 damage, now it's been reduced to 65 damage. That is a huge major nerfs coming in from that devastating weapon of a TCSG, and with that, it's just a lot of waiting times coming in for the attackers. All they have to do is just expend all of those hard breaches, as I believe one of the Excaros pellets being used to open up the cigar lounge as Tersh, he's going to be able to take out 2 of the important players on the side of Team Instinct Esports. A very important kill indeed, which would leave the cigar lounge site still in the hands of Team Area 69. That would give them a lot of problems for Instinct Esports, knowing for the fact that they don't have enough amount of time. They only have 52 seconds left, and that important kill will be able to do it. But that instant frag comes in as Ash, a cheeky kill as he eliminates Tertio, but still needs to be careful that there is one more operator being played on the side of White Stairs, as he uses the breaching charge to take out the barbed wires. With that, they only have 35 seconds left. What they have to do is basically they have to go for the execute, making sure that they get those important frags as best as they can, as Oxy, he is still standing his ground on Cocktail Lounge, gaining a lot of damage to Pendrive, as he is also low on HP. I believe he only has around 20 HP left, as Evis will also do another thing, eliminating Anda, and Pendrive is off the board indeed for Team Area 69. They are definitely having a great time on defense, and just like that, the team of Instinct Esports attack just started to fall down, as Team Area 69 with a wonderful display of skills on the side of defense. They're going to be winning round 8 on third floor bar. A wonderful, spectacular performance being shown off from both the teams, especially Team Area 69, as they are going to equalize the round against Instinct Esports. As we proceed to round 9, first floor kitchen service is in play, and I'm really excited on how it's going to work out for them.
The equalizer is in from the side of Team Area 69, as both of these teams are fighting tooth and nail to try and give themselves this advantage. Both of them sit 2 rounds away from match point and 3 from the victory. But the way the back and forth has been going, it does not look like either of them are about to give up any second soon, as Spidey Time will take the 6th pick out of the Valkyrie into the Echo, and we are a go for round 9, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a very, very interesting round indeed on the first floor kitchen from the side of the defense. Area 69, they attempted 3rd floor bar, and they did win it out in the last round. That's why we're here on kitchen. It didn't quite work out for them in the first defensive round that they had, round 7, that is, of course, and that is why they are down here, not down here, they are here at 4-4 on round 9. Interesting barricades brought out by Aussie right now to shut off the entirety of mining room from the red carpet hallway, and of course the main pillars room and the 90 hallway as well. So again, it's pretty interesting to see the way Area 69 have brought in a few of those odd changes here and there. The Vulcan shields definitely helped them in the last round. However, of course, that's just one round that we got to see them actually function, and of course that is how a strat works. If it falls apart, then you'll only see it function for the rounds where it actually does work, and that's why the Vulcan strat from Area 69 actually worked out in the last round. However, right now, it is going to be a strat on 2nd floor that we have to watch out for. That is Aussie, of course, the alibi, holding on 2nd floor with the mining room shut off from the entirety of 2nd floor as well. He's got a few vertical angles to work with. Of course, he's reinforced out the white stairs wall and left the hatch wide open for a drop down should he need to make a quick escape. So he's pretty much sealed himself off inside of the trains museum, mining room, and fireplace area, which is a pretty big area now that I think about it to play with. But regardless, it is he's of course closed off in here, so he's got to be careful on where he makes his peaks, how he makes his plays happen, and of course what gunfights he takes. Drones are coming in from the side of Instinct Esports as they want to make sure that they have no issues making this push happen. And we're going to see a little bit of Saw Breach come out. Is it going to be the Sledge, the Ash? They've decided it's the Sledge to swing his hammer, and the Ash is going to walk into mining room uncontested. The Sledge is going to make another one just to make sure that there's a line of sight that he can use as the drone goes in. And now Asterix is slowly closing into the position of the alibi, who has dropped down into sight. Time has been wasted, and of course Aussie is more than happy with that, as Area 69, Instinct Esports have about a minute and 15 to make this push happen. Now, a minute 15 is still a decently long time when it comes to Rainbow Six Siege. Siege can be just that fast-paced, and that's why I'm not sure if enough time was in fact wasted. We've seen Area 69 make executes right towards the end of the round, but whether they'll be able to this round is going to be the question that they'll be faced with. The Jaeger makes a peek. Will he be down? Not quite. The Ash is going to finally get the down and the kill onto Tertio, and that is a big drop right there. The Jaeger goes down on the Harry Potter area of White Stairs, giving the side of Team Area 69 a disadvantage. Kurosaki and Asterix are low on HP. Spidey Time is also low on HP, as unfortunately the Kaid will not be able to trick the Hibana's Skyros pellets on the white wall. That is, of course, the cold room wall. Drones are coming out. 5 versus 4, maybe the... Oh, it's actually a 5 versus 3, as Invalid takes an Ivis. That's another pretty big drop right there, as that is your Kaid. But Spy Time's going to refrag onto Invalid. Will there be another refrag? Yes, there will be. Alibi's going to take down Pendrive. Will he find one more? He's going to peek, but no, he's going to get taken out for his trouble, as Anaconda and Kurosaki have lit up. Will they find the Wamai? Yes, they will. Anaconda had a little bit of a dirt moment right there, not seeing the Wamai going for the barbed wire, but he looked up in time to see the Wamai down one of his teammates. And that is why round 9 will be going to the side of the attack. Instinct Esports are now once again in the lead. They are 5-4 up, as we'll be heading into round 10. First floor kitchen service and kitchen cooking once again.
Well, first floor kitchen definitely is going to be the side, and what a back-to-back wins coming in from both the teams. Area 69 winning their round 8 on defense on third floor bar, and then we actually did see Instinct Esports winning on first floor kitchen. And this time on round 10, all Instinct Esports needs to do is win 2 consecutive rounds so that they can claim the win on Map Cafe Dostoevsky. And the same thing actually goes to Area 69 as well. All they have to do is make sure that Instinct Esports is not on match time, because if it is, there is a higher possibility for them to go to for this match to go to match to overtime. And yep, definitely for us for us casters who would like to cast on it, and overtime is definitely going to be an enjoyable match indeed. And with that, the prep phase, we're still going to be seeing EVs playing as the Kaid, an important operator indeed. He can be able to use his Electrocross to deny any utilities coming in on the side of attackers. You name it, the Excaros pellets, the exothermic charges. Maybe not a Maverick, but still, you still have some of the utilities like the Aces Selma breaching charge, in which it's not available, known for the fact that you still have the specific stuff just yet. And looks like Instinct Esports have just said that the Kaid is unfortunately using the uniform. So let's see what's going to be happen. Will we be able to see Mute going to TK the Kaid? Looks like unfortunately he has to, because well, looks like he won't be, I believe. No? Alright. Never mind. Alright, I believe back to the game. And I believe the push will eventually comes in from the attackers as they're trying to gain assert dominance on the side of the bakery. And I believe Cherry will be the only operator who's holding on the side of bakery, with a little bit of his teammates playing on the side of prep room, just to provide those the crossfire angles, especially the Mute, as one of the nades will be there to eliminate the deployable shield. So definitely Cherry would actually make a good decision to fall back instead, knowing the fact that they don't have great amount of cover on the side of bakery, and they definitely have to give the cover on the side of Instant Esports, as Astrid, he's going to be eliminating one, but the same goes to them indeed. EVs with the TCSG, he's going to eliminate Kurosaki, an important kill indeed with the TCSG. He's going to get a headshot as well. Maybe a one shot. I believe it was a one shot or not, but we'll see what's going to happen here. Tertio is going to be holding on the specific side, as Vamai will be prone in on the kitchen service room. Hopefully, he just have to wait for the attackers to come in. Looks like EVs, he's just going to eliminate him instead, because due to the fact that he has the uniform, he's going to TK himself indeed. And also look at that, the Jaeger is also down indeed, as Pendra with the perfect push from the small bakery is going to eliminate Tertio and gives the control of red hallway on the favor of Team Instinct Esports. Now with that, we only have two players left on the side of Team 869, that is Oxy and Cherry. The Cherry will be able to get detected from those drones as a wonderful push comes in, as he eliminates one. Oxy also does the same, eliminating Asterix, and with that the score is equalized yet again, with Anaconda already inside. Actually, both of them already inside, as Pendrav gets another kill, eliminating Cherry. They'll be able to get the diffuser and plant it on the default side. Meanwhile, Oxy yet again on the main corridor, still doesn't know the exact location on where the operators is, and IQ will take care of that situation indeed. Pendrive with the commando assault rifle to eliminate Oxy. And with that, Instinct Esports is on match point against Team 869 on map Cafe Dostoyevsky. Let's look at the scoreboards, as Oxy is around 11 kills, and I believe Asterix has a total of 13 kills instead. What a great performance coming in on both defense as well as on offense. And looks like Pendrive, he still has a little bit of problems dealing with that. He has 6 kills in his name, but still he makes those out of nowhere plays. He actually clutches it out for his teammates. He used to frag a lot, but this time definitely it's not his day. Match point in the favor of Instinct Esports. On round 11, we're going to be seeing Team 869 defending on third floor bar and cocktail lounge.
Third floor bar and cocktail lounge is indeed the site of choice, coming in from the side of Area 69. A change of sites may or may not help them out in this situation, as they've lost 2 rounds back-to-back. Instinct Esports have managed to push on to match point. 6-4 is the scoreline in their favor, as now Area 69 are caught in a rather unfortunate situation, because they have to push for overtime if they want to have a chance of winning this game. And unfortunately for them, there's no two ways about it. At the end of the day, of course, one team must win when it comes to competitive Rainbow Six, and that's why we're seeing Instinct Esports on the match point right now. If it goes to overtime, then we'll have to wait for overtime match point as well. But that is a question for later. First, we would have to hit, overtime in this situation. Vulcan Shield strat coming out from Ivis once again, as this one did help them way back in third floor bar on round 7. but he's just going to be repositioning them as and when required. There you go. It really shuts down the attackers now that I think about it. And a shot onto either one of those Vulcan shields would probably cause a chain reaction. And that is a lot of area denial and a lot of time wasted for the side of any attacking team. That's why Instant Esports are going to have to adapt around that particular strategy that they brought out. And this time they've got a Maverick and a Blackbeard in play. That is, of course, Invalid bringing in the Navy SEAL. That's a pretty good Navy SEAL operator as well, as we all know exactly how terrifying Blackbeard can be, even when he is not having the greatest of days. Ash Charge is going to take care of the barbed wire on the red stairs, as a push will be coming in, but no, Ivis will one-shot pen drive. A one-tap comes in, and that is the IQ off the board already. Ivis with the Goyo this time. He's not going to fall in trouble with the Kaid, of course, as right now it is Instinct Esports at a bit of a disadvantage. Oh, a run-out came in, I believe, on to where Blackbeard was repelling, but thankfully he managed to get away as... he managed to get away in time. He's waiting for that C4. He sees it. Will it claim him? Yes, it will. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to take it out midair. As Ivis with the plays is going to find a double. Will he find a third? No, he won't. The Ash will take him out, but get traded in instantly by Cherry, who is peeking wide. He's done some damage to Anaconda as well. As shots are being fired, but the Womai will barely manage to make his way back. He's inside the third floor washrooms right now as the time is at 1 minute and 10 seconds. It's slowly but surely coming close for both teams. As flash grenades are going to come out, they're going to be found by ADSs and Womai magnets. And the Womai, speaking of him, he's trying to make an angle, a punch hole angle, onto the default plant spot. Maverick hole, is it going to give him an advantage? No, it doesn't seem to be, as Kurosaki is trying to make some plays happen. He's not able to find anybody, though, as he's got to get into sight soon-ish. And there's an impact grenade from below. Hello, that came out of nowhere, but Anaconda will find Cherry in the meanwhile. That's a big drop right there. The Womai goes down, but Anaconda's taking some damage from his out of bathrooms, and he will go down as well. That's the diffuser drop, leaving it a 1v3 for the Maverick, all alone inside a cigar shop. Will he be able to do this in this situation? Me thinks not. He's going to peek one, and he's going to get Spider Time off the board. That's now 1v2, all down to this last man with all the hopes of his team on his shoulders, trying to peek into Cold Room. He's going to go into the bar. He doesn't have the fuser. He does not have time. He's going to go in. Will he find the Jaeger? Yes, he will. That's a kill confirmed, but he needs to go after the last man standing as Aussie's running for it. He's running for his life, and he might just have secured the round. He has, as the timer will run out, and Team Area 69 will win round 11. And what a play coming out right towards the end. It came so close. But unfortunately for Instant Esports, they're going to have to play one more round. Hopefully for them, this round becomes a victory round because they just need to win one round, of course. While the side of Area 69 need to win one more round to push for overtime and make it an overtime situation, giving themselves a second chance at winning this game. First floor kitchen service and kitchen cooking is the side of choice, and round 12, the round of ones, is underway.
I mean, you just hate to see a C4 being thrown right in front of your face, even though there was a Blackbeard rifle shield being placed. That was very unfortunate coming in on the side of the Instinct Esports, as they immediately... Two early frags came in on the side of Team Area 69, especially the Goyo. One tapping one of the operators, I believe, and a C4 to just finish it off in style. You know, those two important kills on the early round gave Team Area 69 a great opportunity to, you know, get control of the current situation here. But still, they had problems when Instinct Esports were actually, you know, trying to go for that execute, as Anaconda and I believe Kurosaki were absolutely dominating on the third floor bar, eliminating two of those important indeed. But however, they could not find Oxy's exact location as he was playing as the Vigil, even though a drone wouldn't be able to find him because he is invisible. And taking that opportunity, he confused Kurosaki, and with that, Team Area 69 it's basically a one rounds indeed for Team Area 69. If they win against Instinct Esports at this specific round, we might be able to see overtime, but it also goes to the same thing instead. Instinct Esports, if they win this one important round on attack, they will claim their win against Team Area 69. And with that, we're going to be proceeding to the action phase as pen drive. he's just going to be droning out on the main focus on the side of Instant Esports is to get access on the bakery, in which no defenders have actually thought of holding on to that, which would give the attackers an easy entrance and no problems for the hard breaches to open up a specific angle here. And I believe Iskaros pellets will be used on small bakery to hold an angle, quite a an important angle indeed. But at the execution phase, if the defenders gets the control on the side of small bakery, things would go really south on the side of Instant Esports if they don't take care of their operation, the opportunity instead. We're going to be seeing Kurosaki using a Maverick hole just to hold an angle to make sure that he's going to provide a lot of angles on the side of Instant Esports, and maybe they'll be able to find one. But looks like Aussie has just found one instead. That is the Asterix, the Ash, an important operator and a fragging operator indeed, in which he was making quite a lot of frags, but he'll be down for now. An important kill from Oxy, and with that, the Hibana and Anaconda will be able to open up the walls currently being situated from the bakery. The only problem is they need clearance. They need to make sure that the site is clear so that they can go for the default plant instead. EV is holding a really great angle from the kitchen service to cooking, as Spidey Time will also do the same, eliminating Kurosaki. That's already 2 players down in the side of Team Instinct Esports. This is not looking well on the attackers. They need to make at least 1 or 2 kills, but looks like they are not finding that perfect opportunity yet. Cherry, on the other hand, he's going to make it definitive, eliminating Pendrive as well, which leads down to Anaconda and Invalid, and they need to figure out this monstrosity defense coming in on the side of Team Area 69, because they are currently in match point, and Team Area 69 are this close to reaching overtime, and looks like Invalid will be able to find one, but that is the only operator that Team Instinct Esports have got onto. They still need to find 2 more, as Cherry goes very aggressively while peeking, as Invalid gets another one. They have control on the kitchen's cooking, but they don't have control on the kitchen service, as EVs will be able to eliminate Invalid. Now it's all down to Anaconda. She still has the diffuser. All she has to do is either plant or go for the instant frags, knowing the fact that she only has 30 seconds left. She is compromised on each and every angle she sees. If she eliminate at least one of them, will be able to go it, will be able to get it. But in the end, Oxy will be there, pushing in from that rotation hole, which he used an impact nade to make a rotation, will be able to eliminate Anaconda. And just like that, we're going to be seeing Team Area 69. Well, you know what, Jack? How about you say it this time?
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to rumble? Overtime is in play. 6-6 is the scoreline. And oh, what a match we have in our hands, as both these teams are not giving up in the slightest. As when it looked like Area 69 might be down and out, they came back and came back hard, just in the nick of time for themselves. As right now, round 13 is going to be in play. We've got a 6-pick from Pendrive out of the Jackal into the Zofia, and we're going to be heading back to 3rd floor bar and cocktail lounge from the side of the defense. It's going to be a fairly interesting sight that we are getting to see from the side of Area 69. They've won this site twice when they attempted it on rounds they're rounds 8 and 11, and that is going to give them just a little bit more confidence that they need to approach this site with, of course, as making any defensive holds. If you don't have the confidence for it, it's not quite going to work out in the same way as you may have envisioned it to. There's, of course, that confidence is one of the pre-requirements when it comes to playing Rainbow Six. Another is practice, diligence, the knowledge of the strats and of the maps, and amongst, of course, many other things that go into a game of Rainbow Six. Not just the standard game, mind you. Competitive Rainbow Six is what we are seeing in front of us right now. Cherry's having a little bit of trouble putting down that deployable shield, and I think that maybe because of the ADS right in front of it, so he's going to have to settle for a little bit of an improvised position by the table, just to make sure that that ADS is actually able to protect the shield. Instinct Esports, in the meanwhile, they have not looked good these last 2 rounds whatsoever. They have been taken out one by one, bit by bit, by Team Area 69, and they'll be looking to make some changes and make amends for those mistakes. Not get picked off early, and definitely not get picked off the way that they have been. As a flashbang might come out, no, not quite. And right now, This is going to be a little bit of droning, a little bit of utility clearance, from the side of Instinct Esports before they get into sight. Ivis once again playing the Goyo. He's going to make sure that that TCSG and the C4 comes into full effect as flashbangs are in fact flying down the hatches and down the main skylight, but they're not going to be finding anybody not just yet.
Bomb diffuser.
Shield will in fact be popped, but again, that's not going to find anybody. But no, Ivis, he's at a disconnect at possibly the worst time for Team Area 69 as shots are going to be fired any second now. The Jaeger's trying to go for this big peek all the way to Cigar Shop. Has not found anybody yet. Dark Spot is not being held either, but Aussie's going to go for a run out and equalize the man count by taking down Kurosaki as the flashbang is going to be caught by Womai Magnus. That's going to burn some utility. But the Jaeger, Tertio, still going for the long peak, is not going to find anybody either. He's still intent on going for it because of course, the angle that he has gives him a line of sight all the way towards the New Heaven hatch drop that we are seeing right now, and that he could use against the side of Instant Esports attack. They've already lost their sledge, a big drop right there as an Ash charge did go off, and a little bit of course, the a little bit of shrapnel damage has been done to Cherry, but nothing too big. All that instead has done is give him a line of sight to work with. Hibana Excaris spell is going to be used to make the hard breach rotate into one of the plant spots of sight, but Hibana herself is going to move to a different area, and Nakonda is going to be going for the plant as shots are fired. That's the Blackbear, did a little bit of damage, and the Valkyrie takes even more damage. Val is going to go down. The plant is going to go down. Aussie's off the board. The Blackbear's pushed in. There goes the Jaeger. But shots are being fired in the meanwhile as Spidey Time will find one. It's a 1v3 now, all down to this last man standing. Spidey Time the castle inside of Bar. He's trying to go for a long rotate. Shots are fired from below him, and then there's a Zofia playing around Cigar Shop, darting around the bullets with Castle as Spidey Time will drop, unfortunately for him. And for Area 69, Instinct Esports are going to be the ones to take the first overtime round and put themselves on overtime match point as it is round 14 in play.
Well, round 14 and Instinct Esports is on match point. 6-7 is the scoreline. We still have one more round to go unless and until Area 69 wins this on attack. First floor kitchen is definitely going to be on the site. And as I still remember, we actually did see Instinct Esports winning on first floor kitchen in round 1 itself. A fabulous win indeed. And I believe they've actually won. When Instinct Esports was on defense, they did not lose on first floor kitchen against Team Area 69, which would give Instinct Esports a higher ground indeed. Will it be able to change? We'll actually get to see it in this overtime match point indeed, with Instinct Esports having the upper hand. Well, let's see how well it's going to turn out for them. Anaconda playing as the castle. Those armor panels would prove to be one of the most useful useful utilities indeed, knowing for the fact that you can be able to make great amount of rotation holes, and also it kind of acts as a soft wall, but in addition to it, it's basically bulletproof. So for the attackers, either they need to use certain utilities like the Ash's breaching charge or Zophia's KSOE lifeline to eliminate it, or maybe a breach charge would also work out for them. But some of the utilities, or I would say some of the weapons, won't be able to penetrate through castle armor panels unless and until if you have a Kaid or a Glass, in which we won't be able to see Glass because he's not played from the competitive map pool. I mean, I still remember him being one of the most overpowered indeed, because he actually had the ability to see through smokes, but they actually nerfed it out when they brought Warden in, I believe. Yes, maybe that might be it indeed. And with that, overtime match point is in play. We're going to be seeing a lot of operators won't be able to go for a room, but instead they're just going to be hard anchoring the site. Maybe there'll be one playing on the side of VIP room, one maybe on the closet, or one on the white stairs hallway. Yes, definitely. Why not? And yep. It's just going to be a matter of time to detect what kind of execution the attackers is going to go in. Maybe they have 2 rounds of attack, one to open up the freezer wall, or they have the opportunity to open up on the stairs wall. Actually, they have more than that. They have more than 3, but instead they'll actually go for the vertical gameplay instead. The Spidey Time, I believe, using the skeleton keys to make lines of sight right from below the side, which would give them a lot of opportunities, and also, for Instinct Esports, it would be very difficult for them to stay on the specific site here. Meanwhile, Tertio confirming that there might be some of the operators being played. He's just using the flashbang just to make sure that none of the ADSs were, the ADSs might get caught from it, so that if one of the operators uses the flashbang, they will actually detonate it instead of not going out. But meanwhile, Spidey time, that crossfire angle right from below the train museum will eventually work out. That is Pendrive being eliminated, an important frag yet again, and an early frag coming in on the side of Team Area 69, quite important indeed as Invalid. He wants to go aggressive. He knows that there is a Nomad being played. Prefires comes in, won't be able to connect or get tagged out in the end, as I believe one of the Excaro spells is being used. Look at that scoreboard, 14-12, 14-10 on both the teams. And looks like they are definitely giving it that all. Eva has found another weak point indeed, and Akonda is gone. And just like that, the man count advantage is still in the favor of Team Area 69. A wonderful display set of kills, eliminating two of the important players in an early flag. But look at that, Invalid and Kurosaki will also make a statement, doing the same thing yet again, equalizing the man count. As just like that, for the attackers, they only have 30 seconds. They need to make a move. They have to make at least a lines of sight or an entry angle, and we'll be seeing Hibana using his Excaro spells to do exactly that. The stairs wall will be open, giving them the opportunity to push in. The only problem is they don't have the exact intel. Well, they actually have an exact intel from that, but Asterisk, he's going to deny one. That is Tertio off the board. Make that another one. Cherry goes down indeed. Now it's all down to Oxy with the diffuser. He's going to be able to take out Bandit, but will he be able to take out the Vamai? Yes, he does. Now it's the only operator remaining, but they don't have to do anything at all. Instinct Esports, with the time in their hand, they are definitely going to protect their bombs on round 14, winning against Team Area 69, as Instinct Esports have won against them on map Cafe Dostoyevsky.
And what a match it was, ladies and gentlemen. It once again came down to a potential 1v3 clutch, but today was not that day for Area 69. As Instinct Esports are your victors, closing out Cafe Dostoyevsky with the scoreline of 8-6 right there. I'm having a little bit of difficulty with this pen of mine, but regardless, it is or was a fantastic game coming in from both of our teams. As that is going to do it for this first half, and of course we'll be right back with the second half of the matches tonight, and those are going to be pretty interesting matches themselves as well, and we will see you there in a short while. Stay tuned.
Captain Arya from the Esports Club here with some pretty awesome news. Now, as you probably know, we've been running the WD Black TEC League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear, for the past few months. As we come into August with our final season of the league, we wanted to celebrate with you guys who have made this an amazing experience and an extremely successful esports event. We've teamed up with some of our favorite partners to give away an entire esports PC for one lucky viewer. Yes, one of you is going to take home a complete PC featuring some of these awesome parts. First up, we've got the LG Ultragear 27GL 650F gaming monitor, 27-inch, 144Hz, 1ms with an IPS panel to make sure you're at the top of your esports game without sacrificing picture quality. Then we've got an amazing lineup of accessories coming in from HyperX to make sure that you're always on top of your game. Cloud Stinger Core gaming headset. For the keyboard, you've got the awesome HyperX Alloy FPS RGB mechanical keyboard. Then your mouse is the HyperX Pulsefire Surge. It's got a brilliant RGB all around the mouse. For the mousepad, you've got the HyperX Fury S. That is the speed edition of the extended mousepad. And then of course for your memory, you've got the HyperX Fury RGB RAM. You've got 16 gigs at 3400 megahertz. Next up, we've got the WD Blue SN550 NVMe SSD to make sure you're spending as little time loading and booting up and spend more time gaming. And then of course at the heart of this PC is the Ryzen 5 3600X CPU. Now, as you know it, at the heart of every gaming PC is a great GPU. So we've teamed up with Zotac Gaming to give you a brand new RTX 2060 because frames win games and there should be nothing between you and top of the line performance. Next up, we've teamed up with NZXT, who make some of the best and most premium PC components on the market. Powering your PC is going to be the C850 fully modular power supply, and your cooling solutions are going to be taken care of the Kraken X63 all-in-one liquid cooler. Now, we wanted to make this PC something truly special, and while the NZXT H510 Elite is a great cabinet for anyone, it wasn't enough. We teamed up with NZXT to give the winner of this giveaway a brand new NZXT H510 Siege Edition cabinet. This is a limited edition licensed Rainbow Six Siege themed cabinet from NZXT. There are only 500 of these in the world and just a handful coming to India. The side panels of this cabinet are themed in the wall and door reinforcement designs from Rainbow Six Siege, and there is an illuminated 6 icon on the front panel along with a 6 icon charm and a puck in the signature breach charge design, which is only available with the H510 Siege. And one lucky winner on this giveaway is going to get a full esports PC sitting inside this beautiful cabinet. Now that you know everything that there is in the giveaway, the question is how you can take part. Well, it's fairly simple. First, head on to the link in the description of this video. Once you're at the giveaway landing page, fill out your details and follow the instructions. First, head on over to Facebook, make sure you're following us. 2, make sure you're following the Esports Club on Instagram. And 3, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Simple so far. Now the interesting part. In a 1-minute video on Instagram, tell us why you deserve this epic new PC from the Esports Club and all our partners. Make sure you follow the instructions carefully, use the right hashtags, tag the right accounts, and you can be one step closer to winning this epic setup. Now that's it guys, just a little bit of work and you can be one step closer to getting yourself your dream PC. I'm Captain Arya and this is the Esports Club, and we hope to see you in our next tournament.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
breach.
Go, go, go! Follow my lead!
What's up, guys? Captain.